Many of you know how Accursed Touch works, but I guarantee you that none of you fully understand how it works. In this video, I will explain how the tooltip says it works and why that's wrong, how it actually works, which most people know if you've used it before, and then the fun part, the testing that will lead us to fully understand how it works, the part that nobody knows unless you've spent time collecting data and analyzing footage of this ability like me. First off, how does it say that it works? Well, we're going to be looking at the lucky hit portion. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, if you get a lucky hit, then there's a 44% chance that it inflicts a Vampiric curse on the enemy. Pretty simple, and that seems to work just fine. So if I hit an enemy like so, then I get a lucky hit, and there's a 44% chance that it inflicts it with this curse. Easy enough. And now, what about the second part? Well, it says afflicted enemies have a 15% chance to spread it to other enemies. And this is still part of that lucky hit bullet point there, which would make me think that in order for it to spread, I would then need to hit this target with another lucky hit, and then there'd be a 15% chance for it to spread it to other enemies. But as you probably noticed, I did not hit this target at all, and it eventually spread it to other enemies anyways. And if you didn't see that, we could try that again here. I simply hit the target, get a curse on it, I could walk away, wait some time, could be short, could be long. In this case, it was a little bit longer than the first time, I think, and then it spread, and then it spread again. Okay, so clearly we don't need to hit the target in order for it to spread. So what is making this spread? Clearly it's not me attacking it. It clearly seems to just spread on its own. Well, there's the second sentence here that says afflicted enemies have a 15% chance to spread it to other enemies. Well, what does that mean? 15% chance to spread it? It's not like they're hitting each other. And how often is that 15% chance occurring? I don't know. Well, in order to figure that out, let's go get some data. Alright, so in order to figure this out, we need to collect some data. So what I'm going to do here is 20 trials, where I will hit the mob, and then I will see how long it takes for it to spread. So the first one there, spread from the first mob to those next 3 mobs really fast. And then this next trial we see here is taking quite a bit longer. Run around in circles, maybe that'll help it go. Probably not, but let's see. Alright, and there it went. Okay. Now, instead of watching me go through this 20 times, I'll speed this up here about 7 times for you guys. And while it's going, you can sit back, relax, watch me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw that clip into some video editing software, and we're going to go through basically frame by frame here and pick out just the portions of the clip that goes from when it first got applied to the first mob, and then I will cut it to when the other mobs get it spread to. So here we can see I'm trying to kind of line it up here. And I'll cut it right there when the first mob got it applied to it. And now I will kind of go to right when the other mobs get it applied, right about there, and we'll cut it there. And now I'll take that portion of the clip and place it up above there. And now we'll go through and do that for all 20 clips. And that way I can see exactly how long each spread took. So let's speed this up and collect all of our data. Now that we've processed the data, now it's time for the fun part. Let's analyze the data. So here we can see that it took 2 minutes and 21 seconds in order for me to do 20 trials. So if we take 2 minutes and 21 seconds, that is equal to 141 seconds. And if we take 141 seconds and divide that by 20 trials, then we get our average time to curse, which is 7.05 seconds. Okay, so it takes about 7 seconds in order for the curse to spread on average. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer, and we can see that here with the clips. Some of these clips were very short, some of them were long, and so on. And what's interesting about 7.05 seconds? Well, if I take 100% and I divide it by 7.05, I get approximately 14%. And does that number look familiar? Well, it should, because what was our chance to curse for it to spread? Well, the chance for it to spread was 15%. So is that a coincidence? I don't think so. Okay, and then what's even more interesting is that if I go back and actually look at how long each of these clips were, they're all approximately multiples of 1. So for example, this first one here, this really small sliver, that's 1 second. And then some of these other ones are like 3 seconds or 4 seconds or 6 seconds, etc. They're all pretty much dead on multiples of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. seconds. So what does that tell you then? Well, that tells me that what's happening is that once you curse a mob, that every second there is a 15% chance for it to spread to the other mobs. And this could take 1 second, it could take 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 100 seconds, whatever, depending on how lucky or unlucky you get. Now, I also wanted to know, does hitting the mob continuously make it spread faster? So if I just attack it, it goes on it, and then I keep on attacking, will that make it spread faster? And I did this whole process again, all this footage, recording again, data taking, analysis, etc. And I'll just show you the results right here. So as we can see, the average time to spread was still approximately 7 seconds I did 24 trials and it took 174 seconds. So it does not matter if you're attacking, it's still going to spread just the same as it was previously. Now that we know how Accursed spreads, and we know that hitting the same mob it doesn't actually spread it, then how can we spread it faster? Well, we can simply place it on multiple mobs if you want to try and get it to spread fast. So if I place it on the first one, then I hit a different mob, place on the second one, well now both mobs are going to have a 15% chance of spreading it to the enemies around it every 1 second. If you've ever wondered how Unstoppable works on monsters, check out the video in the bottom right corner that should be popping up here now. I just want to let you guys know that I truly appreciate your support and thank you for watching the video. If you'd like to see more of this content, you know what to do by hitting all those fancy buttons below, and let me know in the comments what else do you want to know about. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.